who's as adamant about his or her position as I am about mine, whom you think is sharp. Seriously, we know that. And another thing, we heard him say that... Hey sports fans, Larry Elder here. Welcome to episode number 93 of And Another Thing. If you'd like to become an Eldorado, go to LarryElder.com, fill out the form. You're going to get a free copy of Michael and Me. That's my feature-length, award-winning documentary where I explore the Second Amendment, and I talk about how dictators like Mao and Stalin have used gun control in order to enslave the masses and to exact their dictatorial control. I asked Michael Moore 3 times how often Americans use guns to defend themselves. And 3 times Michael Moore said, well, get the DVD and find out for yourself. Now for episode number 93 of And Another Thing. I want to talk about this actress named Danielle Watts. She was in Django Unchained, the movie that Quentin Tarantino did about some black hero who killed a whole bunch of white people because of their deviousness. Fictitious movie, a lot of fun. Anyway, this was an actress in it. I saw the movie. Frankly, I don't even remember her being in the movie. Anyway, she and her boyfriend were getting frisky, let's say, getting busy in a car in North Hollywood. Somebody calls 911, apparently complaining about lewd action going on in a white Mercedes with the door open. Cop shows up, asks the actress for ID. Actress refuses to give ID, accuses the officer of only interfering because of racism. And then when the officer informed her that he's responding to a 911 call, she said, well, whoever called is probably racist, and I believe you're a little bit racist too. And then she said, I'll call my publicist. She acted like a total diva, spoiled, condescending, elitist, smug, entitled. Use your favorite adjective. That's that young lady. Her boyfriend, by the way, was very calm. Did I mention that she's black and the boyfriend's white and the cop is white? Boyfriend's calm. You can hear the officer talking to the boyfriend. I should interject something right here. This is very important. The officer taped the encounter. His own private equipment. It's not Army issued. His own private equipment. Why? Because he knows that oftentimes civilians will make false claims about the cops. And in order to protect himself and to corroborate his version of things, a lot of officers have on their own purchased camera equipment and recording equipment to make sure that the complaints are legitimate. Fortunately, this sergeant, whose name is Parker, taped himself. Had that not been the case, remember, this actress is an actress. How many talk shows would she be on right now talking about what this officer did, what this officer said? Because she absolutely was a total diva. And Sam is from Arleta, California. When I see the president speaking in front of our troops, the look on the faces of our troops does not come across as a look of respect and confidence for what he's doing. Do you see the same thing when you watch these speeches to our troops? I do, absolutely. Not only so much about the faces, because they're basically stoical people, but the lack of applause, the lack of standing ovation. Contrast Obama's speech with, say, a typical George W. Bush speech after the Iraq War began. And there's a whole different ballgame. I think that the military doesn't trust Obama. I think the military feels that Obama doesn't trust them. I think the military feels Obama doesn't respect them. And I think that to some degree, the military feels in part that Obama blames them for the mission, as happened during the Vietnam era when these Vietnam vets came home and many of them were spat upon and called baby killers. What did they have to do with the mission? Zero. And America has matured to the point now where we separate the men and women from their mission. But I think some of that is still in the heart and soul of Obama. I hope you enjoyed this small excerpt. If you want to see the full video, got to be in Eldorado. Go to my website, LarryElder.com, log in, fill out the form. It'll cost you about $4.75 a month, or about the price of a mocha frappuccino latte at your favorite coffee house. As you can tell, I don't like coffee. I'm a tea drinker. See you next time.